Hey guys, I'm sitting here on a Tuesday, my day off, and as you can see, I'm at the academy. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what I was thinking about today. We just finished the new ceiling in the bathroom, which looks fantastic. They're just about completely finished. I told you previously that I'm completely obsessed with improving the academy and making the experience and the facility and the training the most amazing possible. And that's just one more step for you guys. But that's got me all thinking about our 14th anniversary that's coming up soon. It's a really big milestone for a business to make it to 5 years and then to make it to 10 years. I think 50% of businesses make it 5 years and another 50% of those only make it to 10 years or something like that. And we're coming up on 14 years. Our school is bigger and better than ever, and things are just so amazing. And so if you don't know already, we're doing our sort of a customer appreciation day. We're calling it ATA Family Day on March 11th, which is the 10th is actually our 14th anniversary. And that got me thinking about how it all got started. I've had a couple people recently kind of comment that, well, it's easy for you because you have a big school, and it's easy for you because you have so much equipment, and it's easy for you because you're able to go to these things and do this stuff, and because you have instructors to help you out. And just want to let you know it is easier for us with that, but it wasn't always that way. We have some very humble roots, and just wanted to tell you a little bit about it real quick if you care to listen. So, I started in college. I'm not going to talk about that too much, but just so you know where I came from, I went to college in Ames, mainly because I wanted to train with Master Phillips in Taekwondo. I had a couple of different opportunities to train in or to go to school for mechanical engineering. I had pretty good grades, so I had a couple of schools that I could pick from. But what it came down to was I kind of felt like all the engineering programs were okay. They were pretty good. And Master Phillips was in Ames, so I wanted to train with him. So I went there, and I was okay in engineering, but my heart just wasn't into it. My heart really was in martial arts. And I was training 6 days a week, 1 to 2 hours. And so about 3.5 years into my mechanical engineering, I finally realized, this is just not what I want to do. My thing is I want to teach martial arts. That's my passion. It's what I want to spend the rest of my life doing. I didn't even know at the time if it's something that you could do full time. My club there was very small, so I switched to business, graduated with a business degree, and moved here to Sioux City. And when we got to Sioux City, I was working part-time at Menards. I would work 5 to 9 a.m. So I would leave home. I would get up about 3:30, 3:45 in the morning to be there. And then I would go work the 5 to 9 shift stocking shelves. And then I would pretty much, as soon as I got off work there, I would spend the rest of the day at this time driving around Sioux City and hanging up flyers. I still have a list of about 60 places in Sioux City that are either gas stations, grocery stores, and things like that, where they have kind of a community board where you can hang up flyers, and that's how I got started. There was $0 for any kind of advertising back then. Even just getting the flyers printed was, looking for the cheaper way out. Can we do this flyer in black and white to save some money and that kind of thing. And then usually I would go home and take a little nap in the middle of the afternoon for an hour or two, and then I would teach classes. We started at our first 3 months were at Washington Elementary, which doesn't even exist anymore, but it's over in Morningside. And we taught in the school gym. We rented the school gym. We had no money to cover the rental costs, but I was so confident that we would make some money and we'd be able to pay the rental fee on the gym, which is actually the lunchroom. And so we signed an agreement to do that for a few months. And the first day, very excited. We had put up flyers with the times and dates and everything. And of course, you can imagine not a lot of people came the first day. In fact, it was completely zero. So the first day, I'm standing in the school gym in my white karate uniform, and nobody's there. Literally zero. Luckily, on March 10th, it was very nice outside, so I was able to. The doors of the of the lunchroom were open, and they opened to the playground, which was right connected to there. And as I'm standing in the gym looking around, waiting for my first victim or my first student, I could hear kids outside, and I don't think you would ever do this in today's world, but I went over to the door, and there was 3 kids outside playing basketball. They were maybe 10 years old, playing basketball on the playground. I said, "Hey guys, you want to learn some karate?" And they were sure, why not? So they came into the gym, and I taught my first karate class to some kids who had no idea who I was, and sent them home with some flyers. I think maybe one of them came back the next time, which was 2 days later, and then ultimately I got a couple of new students, and still remember Frank, Sal, and Kelsey Abramo, DJ Wilson, Eric Blackbird. Those were our first 5 students, and then we built it up from there. We stayed in this school gym for 3 months. I never did make enough money to pay for it, so we had to dig deep just to be able to pay the rent there. And then about 3 months later, we moved into our current location, which is a whole nother story. It's definitely not the way it looks today. So, but that's probably another story for another time. If you made it all the way to the end, just know that we appreciate you guys. We love all of our members, and our ATA Family Day is coming up March 11th, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So we'll see you then.